Hey guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! I'm YouTube famous now. 1, 2, 3, let's do this. Okay, so you didn't know if I was gonna make this video, did you? You guys were like, is he gonna do it? Is he not gonna do it? So let me tell you what had happened, right? For this video, I had to get a new drama phone ring. Please hold. How's the drama phone? This is Peter speaking. Trisha Paytas started a Patreon. Don't fuck with me, fellas! So, oh, here we go. I just broke my fan too. Well, for that I'll have to pull out my virginal fan. So, okay, if you don't know, what you don't know is a lot. Last night I got no less than 100 messages. Text messages, Snapchats, tweets, direct messages, emails, everything, saying, I know that Trisha Paytas is one of your good Judies, but are you really not gonna make a video about her starting a Patreon account? So if you don't know, what you don't know is a lot. Trisha yesterday uploaded a video, and it was called something to the effect of like life updates, blah, blah, blah. And in the video, she talked in there about how she was starting this Patreon account. Now, let me tell you something, okay? Before we get into this, so that we can just address all the issues right now, okay? Yes, Trisha and I have talked in the past. I would say we were friendly with each other. I would say we were acquaintances. I have not talked to her in quite some time. That does not mean that if the girl called me up tomorrow and needed me, I wouldn't be right there for her. I think I like Trisha. I like her a lot. I consider her a friend. The last time I talked to her was probably about a month and a half ago on YouNow. I will never get on YouTube or in a blog or anywhere and share personal things that Trisha or another YouTuber, public person ever shared with me. That is just not who I am at my core. I will not do that, okay? But that being said, it has been brought to the attention, I think, by several drama channels in putting other drama channels down, saying you're only worth your word if you're willing to make content about anybody, even if that person is a good friend of yours or somebody that you consider to be a friend of yours or whatever. So I thought, okay, I started getting the text last night, literally. I got a text from like 4 people, and they're like, what do you think about Trisha's video? What do you think about Trisha's video? Trisha started a Patreon, and I'm like, oh God, no ma'am. Like, because it puts me in a real fuck situation, right? Because I'm screwed if I do, and I'm screwed if I don't. I said I wasn't gonna make any more drama videos about Trisha because I didn't want to do that to her, but now I feel like I'm kind of more of a commentary channel, but they're still drama videos. How do I do it? How do I respond in a way that's not ass kissy to Trisha, that is how it's true to myself, by being who I am? And let me just tell you, today I woke up and baby, it's a new motherfucking day on YouTube for Peter Monn. So let me tell you, okay? Because I felt like she doesn't owe me anything. Like, she didn't start this Patreon and go, oh my God, now I put Peter in a bad situation. Let's just be for real, okay? I ain't on her radar like that. Oh my God. I do love this fan though. This fan is so pretty, right? So anyway, I watched the video and all this kind of stuff, and I'm gonna tell you what I think about the Patreon account in a second. I'll tell you what I think about the video, because this video is more that I'm making today is more about my my overall response to all of these Patreon accounts at this point, to the discussion about AdSense money, to the discussion about money for YouTubers, on and on. It's not just specific to Trisha. So, and that was kind of where I went. Like, it was kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back for me, so to speak. So I want to talk about this in all fairness and just give my complete heart and soul about all of this, right? Do you ever have like those 3 girlfriends and you guys like went and did everything together and you like hung out together all the time? And then like you got boyfriends and you got like, you know, hung out together and like y'all moved into houses with your boyfriends and all that kind of stuff. And then the one boyfriend, none of you ever liked, right? And he was like a total asshole. And then like he and the girl like would always be fighting. And every time you guys would go hang out, she'd be like, God, I needed a night away, right? He's such an asshole. And you're like, yeah, he's such an asshole. And all 3 of you would be like to the other girl, he's such an asshole. Why do you stay with him? And then she finally leaves him, right? But you go to this Christmas party and the fourth girl shows up with this girl's ex, but she ain't there, right? And it puts you in a real tricky situation because you're like, what do I do now, right? Like, do I get on the phone and I call my good Judy and I say, hey, listen, this ain't cool, okay? She's here with your ex. Do you go up and do you confront them? I mean, it leaves you in kind of a fuck situation, right? Which is, I think, the fine line between doing commentary, being a drama channel, and also being friends with bigger YouTubers. Like, how do you make it work, right? And I think it's interesting because back in the day, I would say this about Sanders Kennedy. I would say, you know, it's tricky because Sanders wants to be friends with these people, but he can't really do drama about them if he's going to talk about them behind their backs, because then what's going to happen when he meets them face to face and all this kind of stuff, right? So I really thought about it last night, and I thought, hey, maybe I should text Trisha and say, listen, I'm going to make a commentary video about this, blah, 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 whatever. But I thought, you know what? I'm not going to say anything in it that's going to really hurt her feelings or should surprise her. So there's no real necessity to do that. So I watched this video, and I will say this, okay? And I'm giving, as soon as I say this, y'all are going to be like, oh, you're kissing her ass. No, I'm not, okay? To be really honest with you, this is where I'm at on October 19th of 2017 with these fucking Patreon accounts. If you want to start a Patreon account, have at it. I am tired of hearing about it, okay? I am seriously almost to the point, like if you can't beat them, join them. Because everybody out here, that we all put the same amount of work. Listen, some of us more so. I post 4 videos a day, right? Because I love YouTube. And that's what we're going to talk about in a second. But if all of these people are out there starting these Patreon accounts and they're making tons of money off of them, why shouldn't the rest of us? Like, why shouldn't we all? And it makes you wonder, like, is this where YouTube is going, okay? That if you're going to have a YouTube channel and you're going to be a YouTube creator, then apparently you must, in addition, have a Patreon account, right? Now, listen. We've talked about several other people on here that have had Patreon accounts. I don't need to mention who they are. Y'all know who they are, okay? And I've talked about how they got on there and assumed why they were starting these, what they needed these things for. You can go back and watch those videos. Patreon is in the title of the video, so you can go back and check them out, right? But I'm watching Trisha's video last night, and I've always said Trisha's very, very smart, right? So she either is 100% authentic and genuine about doing this Patreon, and I really, to be honest with you, this is what I think really is going on. I think she's sitting around and she's thinking, everybody else is fucking doing these Patreons, why shouldn't I? And I can post actual stuff that I really want to post on there. Because she talked in there, and if you go read it, it's actually funny, right? Her Patreon, and although it does have a $500 tier, and you can, I don't know, get some old panties at Trisha's or something like that. But, you know, like, what was interesting to me was that she said she wanted to go on there and, you know, she wanted to be able to post content like illicit story times, nude pictures of herself, all that kind of stuff that she can't post on YouTube, okay? Like, but that's a different thing to me. Like, that's comparing apples and oranges. Honest to God, it is. Than someone getting on camera and saying, if I can't continue to make money off of YouTube, then I'm going to have to be forced to get off YouTube and get a real job, therefore punishing you guys out there, my viewers. And so if you really want me to continue to make videos, then I guess I'm gonna have to get your Patreon. She didn't say that in her video, right? In fact, she went in here and said all this kind of stuff about her side job and blah, 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 whatever, which she'll talk about, I'm sure. But, you know, I will tell you this, and I don't want to get into the specifics of our conversations, but when I used to talk to Trisha on a regular basis, she did make it very clear to me that her money that she made off of ads on her YouTube channel was not a big source of her income. So this video was not surprising to me. It was completely consistent with what she had told me in the past, right? And I think that a lot of people think that Trisha is always a troll. I'm not saying that she doesn't troll in story times, and she knows what she's doing, okay? And she loves telling that stuff, and she's very honest about it. But the majority of what you see with Trisha is what you get on camera. Hands down, it truly is, right? Now, will I be paying $500 to get a pair of her panties or see some of her nudes? No, ma'am, I don't need to see that. I might text her and be like, girl, I want some of them boobies for free. But this is what I didn't understand about it, okay? Like, now, y'all know I give a little bit of business advice on here all the time. I don't know why she didn't start the Trisha Club, like the Jenna Club, if she really wanted to do this, because first of all, she could make 10 times more money if she ran a membership business on the side and she had the Trisha Club and she did, I don't know, videos and pictures and lingerie pictures and selling pieces of her lingerie and having a lingerie. She could do all that kind of shit. She could make a ton of money, like the Jenna Jameson Club. The Jenna Club, you remember that? Jen and Jameson, if you go back and look, I did a story about this for a blog that I used to write for. Jenna Jameson and Oprah Winfrey were two of the highest grossing women in the United States at one time as CEOs of their companies, right? Jenna Jameson and Oprah Winfrey. So Trisha could totally turn all this, and we already know she's very sexualized. She likes to talk all this. She could go turn it all into this huge, huge, huge business, right? And have at it. I don't really care at this point, okay? Had I watched this video, to be honest with you, 4 Patreons ago, before Simply Kenna and all these people, I think I would have a different point of view, okay? I think I'd be like, oh girl, come on, seriously? Like, you make enough money already. We all know you drive a pink fucking G-Wagon. Let's be for real, okay? That's probably how I would feel. But at this point, everybody seems to be doing it, and I'm just kind of like... I mean, is this it? Is this what YouTube is about? And so honestly, in watching the video, I will tell you how I felt, okay? And this is not drama, and this is not commentary. This is my emotional response to watching the video. Especially on the heels of having just talked to a YouTuber who is posting her first video today and is very excited about posting her very first video and is very excited about, like the whole YouTube gig, and I'm like walking her through like how to put the date in the video and all this kind of stuff, right? She's not thinking about getting rich and making this her career. She's thinking about how much she loves watching YouTube and how much these YouTubers are idols to her and how that's how she spends her pastime, and she wants to be like that, okay? Because we want to do things passionately that we're attracted to. And one of the biggest compliments that I get on my channel, and I get it honestly a lot, and it means the world to me, I get a lot of these comments like in direct messages that, Peter, you are like the old school YouTube back in the day, like just sitting around, unedited, just talking. And back in the day when I watched Chris Crocker and Johnny Boy XO, and even Danny Noriega before he was, Adore Delano, and he did like all these hilarious little skits and stuff. When I watched all these people back in the day, and even Tyler Oakley standing in the kitchen opening, the freezer with all that kind of stuff, and Trisha on her bed with her, doing unhauls of her favorite things and her favorite tanning lotion and all this kind of stuff, right? Back then it seemed so genuine, innocent, and authentic. And what has happened over time is that YouTube has been completely turned into the money machine, okay? And I'm not just talking about Trisha, I'm talking about all of them right now. Who can tell the biggest story time, okay? Who's gonna be a content cop over here, and then who's gonna throw around and do a diss track? Who's gonna make a content cop off of this diss track, okay? Who's gonna make a drama video about the diss track first and get it out there before anybody else does? Who's gonna buy this merch and that merch and this merch and this merch and it's just too much, you guys. Nobody out there anymore seems to really love to make videos just for video's sake. And I will tell you one thing that I do know, because I watch these beauty gurus very, very, very closely. And I was just talking yesterday about Jaclyn Hill. And since Jaclyn Hill has had all of these huge collabs with like Morphe and stuff, she's posted less videos. And if you watch a lot of these people that get like major sponsorships, they start posting less and less videos. I bet Trisha won't do that. Her vlog, she'll continue. She'll continue to roll right through McDonald's and eat chicken nuggets and all that kind of stuff. And this is where I'm at with it. I won't be donating to her Patreon because I don't think she needs the money, okay? And I don't quite frankly want to see Trisha in that light. I don't think negatively ever. Maybe I just see her as a sister. I don't need to see her and all that, okay? But I love her nonetheless, and it doesn't change my opinion about her. And I think people think that I look down on people that start Patreons like Shannon Rose or Simply Kenna or Joy Sparkles or those people. Do what you gotta do, okay? Don't make excuses for it. And that is one thing that I really respected in Trisha's video was she didn't make no excuses about it. She didn't beg for no money. She didn't sit there and say, oh, I can't continue with this. In fact, she said, this isn't my source of income. I will continue to make videos because I love making videos. And every time I talk about Trisha on my channel and people are like, oh, you don't know. Yes, I do. Trisha is very, very passionate about this. And I'll tell you how I know. The very first conversation I ever had with her, she said to me something to the effect, she started laughing at something I said. And she said, it's just so cute when you see new YouTubers get really excited about this. And that is what I don't want to lose about YouTube. And I didn't even realize I was doing that until she pointed it out. But I don't ever want to lose that innocence of YouTube. I don't want to ever lose that authenticity or that genuineness of just getting on every day and being so excited about connecting with you guys and coming up with new content and what are we going to make videos about and all that kind of stuff. And that is what is scary to me about the Patreons and the discussion about like ad apocalypse and there's no money to be made. And so every person that's now watching these bigger YouTubers that are all talking about dollar signs, dollar signs, dollar signs, what they're hearing is there's no point to do YouTube anymore, you know? And it's like, you know, when any field you want to go into as a career, you know, whether it's fashion merchandising or law or social work or medicine or whatever, like right now, if you go into medicine, people will tell you, doctors, when you get out of medical school, will not be making the money that doctors are making now because we're going towards a different kind of medical system. And that's fact, right? So then do people hear that and they go, well, why am I going to work my ass off and work so hard if there's not going to be making any money at all? So maybe I shouldn't go into medicine at all. And now I don't know what I want to do with my life and I'm lost. And that's what I don't want to happen to the younger YouTubers out there. And I want to just say this last night, or about something that happened last night. My friend Tanner, who I have linked his channel on here many times before, he texted me and he is a diehard Trisha Paytas fan, as am I. And he said to me in the video, and I know, listen, okay, I'm going to tell you something right now. I know a lot of people don't like Trisha. Why are we living in a world where we can't like who we like and dislike who we don't like, and you don't have to go, oh, you like Trisha, unsubscribe, or blah, blah. It's just bullshit, okay? Like, we can all have our own opinions about things. But Tanner texted me and we were having a conversation about what was going on. He doesn't even know I'm going to read this in here. But I said something to the effect of, I said, it makes me sad. A lot of these YouTubers I idolize talking about how bad YouTube is anymore while I'm still excited about growing and making something out of my channel. I don't know. It feels disheartening. Like, what's the point? That's what I said to him. And here's Tanner with less than 500 subscribers on his channel. There are so many other creators. Don't let it discourage you. You are doing so well and your channel is thriving. Keep your head up and keep doing what you're doing. Do it for yourself and the people who look up to you. And that is why I will continue to make videos on a daily basis. I love this and you can't keep me from it. I don't care if I ain't making $1. I love you guys and I'll talk to you later. Bye.